you're shaking.
Whoa, another K-Truck episode. We're finally back. So, imported it from California. They lost all of my brakes, which set me back a few months there. Got some new brakes into it, disc brakes in the rear. Then we took it wheeling. Another fail.
So many rust holes in the floor.
Every time we're here, you manage to get the multimeter out.
Filled it full of mud, engine stopped running. We took it wheeling one more time. A bit of throttle, bit of brake. That's where my brakes failed and I nearly crashed into TJ's car. I'm trying to get it to shift off this rock. Holy shit.
You don't know how close you are here. Oh, he just...
Luckily, I hit a tree instead. And it was at that point I thought, it is time to start building this bad boy. We need to make it safer. We need to update it. We need to bring it into 2025. What better way than doing that than with the HyperFab boys, 2 big-ass turbos and a 6.7 litre Cummins. We're straight into airbox, wiring, diff building, the whole lot, and we're boosting down the road.
Using this stuff?
Love diesel.
What, Matt?
Are you filming the last moments of our lives?
He said we're in the bottom map, he reckons. There's the slowest horsepower.
This is
We might just get like 300 or so.
Yeah, probably 300-400 horsepower.
300-400 kilometers an hour, it looks like.
Alright.
Is it 8 speed, yeah?
8 speed.
Hell yeah. Whoa. Hell yeah, bro. Fucking. Are you kidding? You can't be doing. No way. Oh. It just unloading the back tires. Are you serious, mate?
That is off its head.
You can't have this. This is not something you should be having. Oh, it's on the lowest one. This thing's an animal.
Oh my god, it is psycho.
Oh. It's rattled. Shows your hand, you're shaking.
Now, but you're wondering, why the hell have I got this big yellow diesel tank? Well, I'm currently running the K-Truck off of a jerry can. So I've got a bigger jerry can, but this one has proper fuel outlets on it. I jumped on Outback equipment for this bad boy. So the setup was about $350 off memory. This is gonna be my temporary 60 litre fuel tank or 58 litre fuel tank. So when I do the rear clip, everything's gonna make a lot more sense. So I have a fully custom built fuel cell coming from Land and Sea Fabrication. Matthew Kinsella actually did all the CAD design with the rear clip. He also designed me up the fuel cells. So fingers crossed everything all fits when it comes, and we just want to get this thing driving and we need fuel to do that. Time to get this bad boy in. I know it's not very exciting stuff, but this is going to be my fuel tank for the moment. I like the smell of diesel in the morning, eh? Woohoo!
That's not me bloody second tank, is it, mate?
Well, yours looks better, so I was going to put that one in the K-Truck. Done.
Oh, is mine going to be that easy?
No.
Gate crashed with the 300 series on the hoist. Doesn't really make sense at all, but yeah, I've had this sub-tank replacement.
Thought I better get that out of the weather. He actually put it in his car. So.
No, it's been in the box, hasn't been in the weather. But
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. It's been about an hour so far. We got that tank out. Now I've got to put, I think I've got to put that sender into that tank. That's steel or alloy? Let's get a magnet.
Be alloy, wouldn't it? Yeah.
She's steel, Bella. Anyway, it's a steel fuel tank. Back with Dan, we're in his shop this time. You guys might remember when he come to visit my shed to take some measurements. Now, mate, I don't know if your measurements are on point there.
No, I reckon I'm right. I've only made a mistake once. It's only a Cummins, isn't it?
It's not the size that matters, as they say.
That's, mate, preaching to the choir. No, actually though,
Oh,
we've got some big dog parts for you here today, mate.
Jesus.
We've had to do a bit of custom work because obviously it's yours.
Custom doesn't come in a box.
It doesn't,
That's
mate.
why we're here.
It doesn't. So we got young Clarky here to machine us up a Boss. Go up
Sweet.
to a little bit bigger tube. We got a blank double cardan, and that's a bit custom.
Yep.
But to drill it out, make up a spigot, tack all that in.
Nice.
So that'll go to your transfer.
That's a big slip joint. Is that the same size as my rear one or a bit
Or,
smaller?
not sure, it might be a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller.
But,
That's a big slip, like, yeah.
you know, like you've got a
Yeah.
travel, slip, we need it all.
And we're going to show you guys how these parts turn into front shaft. We've done the rear.
An unbreakable front shaft.
An unbreakable front shaft. We've said it.
It's on camera. It's on camera.
I'm going to start by measuring it up so we can get the measurement of how much tube we need. So I'll put your slip yoke halfway in and halfway out, so you're sort of in the middle. And then your overall length's 1.20 m. I'll put 1.20 m where it's going to sit. That's how much tube we'll need for it.
Yeah, well, it's pretty easy, yeah. You know the overall length, so you've got to work out the shaft length.
Yeah, man, no blokes. All the secrets here. So was it your uncle made this bench?
He's actually my dad's uncle. He was about 80 and he knew what we needed to do and he just made it out of shit laying around. Obviously this wasn't, but we had a porta power and he just made it out of tail shaft tube and crap laying around, and we use it every single day.
They do not make them like they used to, do they, mate?
Not at all, mate. Not at all. This is a beautiful piece of machinery.
This is from 1914, you think?
That's what we believe, mate. Yeah, it's stamped up here. It's nearly as old as me dad, this one.
It's a question I ask everybody. What machine made this machine?
Many. But a lathe would have made all these obvious parts, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
And mills as well behind you here, Macca. And this is how we've actually drilled out your double cardan. So this is another one set up, ready to go.
Oh, straight up and down.
Correct, yeah. So it's obviously all the bed moves and up, down, and you got your DRO, your digital readout. You just put in your measurements, rotates that way. They're the only machine that can make themselves a mill.
Yeah, how cool.
Yeah.
So I just love thinking about, I always love thinking about, because the 1914s, that's over 100 years ago.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
What made the machine, and then what made that machine, and when the tools that made that one, what made those tools, like, it goes back forever.
It'd be really cool to rack the brains of the blokes that come up with the ideas, right?
It's crazy.
This actually originally was run off steam. So it legitimately, this electric motor's been retrofitted.
Oh.
But it would have had a big belt that run up to a crank as such in the roof.
Yep.
And they would have had a steam engine on the outside running all the cranks through the whole workshop.
It'd be so good getting me and Mac on the coal, just put a shovel in the coal to get it.
Dumb bags, baby! Woohoo! Have a go with them.
What he's doing there, Mac, is just cooling the slip yoke because it's obviously coated in plastic and we just don't want it to melt the plastic off it. And so he's just going to keep the plastic cool while that weld cools down a little bit.
Oh, we're just straightening it at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
And that dial gauge obviously tells you.
yeah, so that'll tell you where the high spot is and where the low spot is.
Very cool.
The less movement in that little needle there is what you want.
Yep. We're now up to balancing this shaft so that there's no vibration in it.
So you unlock this so it's kind of floating and does its own thing either end.
Yep.
So it's not just like fighting against itself basically. And then I usually do a base start of 1200 RPM because that's where you're basically going to get most vibration if it is going to vibrate.
Yep.
So I'll start that up there. And like, so you basically want that needle not moving at all.
Right.
Base starts 11, so I'll put the weight at 11 and then I'll slowly work my way around. You want to put on depending on how much that needle's moving. So if it's moving a lot, then that's a like giveaway sort of that you need to put a bit more weight on, where it's not moving that so much, so I'll put just a little weight on. And we tape them on first, otherwise if you weld them on and then it's not in the right spot, you've got to cut it off again and then
Yeah,
repeat the
makes
process.
sense.
Yeah. I've never caught it before.
Never caught your
No.
shirt in it, not once.
No, not once.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah,
we'll keep
I've
it
had
that way,
weights
eh?
fly out, like that weight's there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one, so.
Oh, that would have scared the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Sick of getting shafted all the time.
Mate,
I'm the one that does the shafting.
I always tell people if you want to be shafted by a professional, come down to Farrows.
It's good.
Yeah, guard dog or just a good-looking dog? Bit of both.
Model dog or guard dog?
We've all got a bit of good looking in us here.
Yeah, that's about finished product, mate. While I got yous though, I'd like to give yous a heads up about a new YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Yeah, 4 blokes, 1 shaft, coming soon.
Broke back shafting coming in hot. Sorry to interrupt this K-Truck episode, but I've got some free stuff for you guys to win. The King Chrome new pressure washer kit, plus King Chrome foamer, plus the underbody sprayer. This thing's really cool. You don't have to lie on your back anymore and try and gurney out that transmission cooler. This thing has got you covered. Leave a comment below and let us know what car you're washing first. What rig are you got? What are you washing? This bad boy could be coming your way. What, mate? What are you doing?
Can you order the winner another one?
Oh, I guess I'll have to. Josh from Geared Up Drivelines. He's who's been building all our diffs lately. Very small business, just starting out, but like 5-6 years of building diffs at a diff shop on the Sunshine Coast. Cool to be able to support him, and he's actually giving me a bit of drive to get stuck back into the K-Truck. He's like, mate, I'm coming around, we're building the diffs, and I'm like, all right, I got him a little present. The Shed Life Workwear work shirt with Diff Guard and Geared Up Drivelines on there. I'm gonna back the K-Truck out, bring it back in here on the hoist, and we're gonna pull this front diff apart. And we're gonna start building a Dana 60. Woo! All right, I got a present for you. It's a Shed Life Workwear present for you, mate.
Good old diff going over here.
So we're building Dana 60s.
Well, Dana 60 and a 14 bolt.
And a 14 bolt, yeah.
14 bolt.
Just got a little bit of travel. Hey, just a little bit of travel. There we go. Woo! She's in the air. All right, Dana 60, you're ours.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, go team.
Oh, this is, see? This is why we can't have nice things, Josh.
And you also stitched me up too because we just found out that you did have impact sockets for Allen key bolts that were Imperial, and I had to do it all by hand.
Yeah, I just wanted you to get a workout because it wasn't hot enough today. What are we going? 4 1s.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, 4 1s front and rear because it is a Cummins and they don't need to be 4:8 ratio because they are torque monsters.
Yes.
Run us through it.
Well, most diffs, you have to make sure you mark the caps to the side they're on. The Dana 60s, they're really good because they've got a B and a B, and if you see the Bs are like on their side, where this B's up and down.
Oh, it's like a puzzle.
So you need those to be on the right side, because if you don't, they won't line up properly. It's much like main caps or like big end caps. They got to stay to the same one because this is all line board.
Okay.
It's very important that you don't mess them up, otherwise you'll blow your diff up.
Buddy Josh asked me for a big socket. I was like, yeah, a big socket. 3/4 inch drive. And he goes, oh, have you got an adapt 3/4 inch rattle gun for you, sir?
What about a battery though?
There you go. We've got a Yukon. This is actually for the rear, master overhaul kit for a 10.5 inch. That is got gaskets, and we don't actually need that because that's the rear diff kit. Oh, this is the gears. So that's the front overhaul kit. Oh, Jesus, that's a big center. I'll leave this part to you. That is a huge center, man.
It's heavy, eh?
Look at the pins on that. That's a big, strong looking diff if I've ever seen one.
Right, what do you want to know?
Common question I get is, how do I know what ratio I have?
Divide the crown wheel by the pinion.
Okay, so the number of teeth on the pinion
Yep.
and the number of teeth on the crown wheel, that spins that, which then turns that way. That is your crown wheel. That is your pinion wheel.
Yeah, printed on here though, 41 and 10. So it's 41 divided by 10, which is 4.1.
There you go, so we got 4.1.
So these are definitely 4.1.
That's a 4.1 ratio.
And we already found out that that's got 4.1 in the rear of it, and they're still good gears, so.
That's how it goes. So power comes through your tail shaft, and then spins this bad boy, which spins your wheel, like so. Now, that is your ratio. So if you go to a higher ratio, so like a 4.8, am I correct in saying it means engine doesn't have to work as hard to spin the motor, to spin the wheels?
Yeah, it doesn't have to work as hard.
But it does have to rev higher.
It does have to rev higher, and then generally the higher the ratio, the gears will get a little bit weaker.
The issue I was having in my Land Cruiser with the 4.8s just kept breaking because, as you can see, the two different sizes get smaller and less tooth contact
Well,
than the
less
lower
teeth.
ratio.
There'll be less teeth altogether.
True, less teeth altogether. So you've got less contact, less make, which means less strong. But anyway, we're going an Eaton E-locker in the front. We're going a Detroit locker in the back, which we'll get to at a later date. But pretty exciting. I do love E-lockers. They excite me and they get me places that I like to try and get to. Let's get back to building this diff. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you didn't, or you want to know more, let me know and I'll try and get some more info for you. Woo-hoo-hoo! Explosion. A little bit easier to adjust with those,
Yeah,
what do they call it? Screw caps.
Yeah, the carrier adjuster nuts. It's way better than shims, because shims are annoying. Especially when you're changing hemispheres and running new gears.
Bit heavy. Oh. It's massive, this bloke. Oh, I was meant to clear the bench. Yeah, I did a great job.
Thanks for thinking about me.
No worries. Right, so this is currently an LSD.
Currently, yes.
Pulling that out, we're putting a Detroit E-locker in.
Detroit ratchet locker in it.
Big ring gear, being a 14 bolts, that's like a 10.5 or 11 inch ring gear. Bigger bearings and things like that, and all that together makes it stronger. Am I correct?
Yep. Massive hemisphere too, so like all of that weight there, you won't get any deflection in it.
Oh, so that's interesting. So the physical size of the part that holds all the ring gear comes into account as well.
Look how thick it is.
Yeah, I was just
juicy.
looking at that, actually.
It's juicy.
Bye.
This one here has been sitting with a bit of water, so that's like a watermark in there. It actually eats into the race. That's what happens when you get water in your diff.
Wouldn't it, eh?
And then all those little speckles through it, well, they're all like, well, that's what they call dimpling. And that'll just be metal, like bearing metal, LSD metal. It'll be from somewhere, it just gets in the bearings. Keep running them, they end up creating massive holes and all the hard facing of the bearings fall out.
A few Phillips head screws on this. So we have our 1/2 inch impact driver here. Oh God. Got it. Talk about trust there. He's lucky he's got good aim.
It's got like a gyro locker in it.
Oh, what does that mean?
This little bug over here. Well, this is really cool because you don't see many of these. So it's got like a little, it's got a little locker in here. So it's an LSD with a gyroscope locker. Gyroscope? Gyro.
Yeah.
It spins fast. And then this little spring weighted thingy here
Throws out.
will throw out if you can get
This
it.
is a lot like a governor on a lift.
It's like a governor, yeah. And then it locks on this little catch here and then it'll lock it. It'll lock the whole LSD, so it's a locker. That's pretty damn cool. I've only ever seen it in the Mahindra.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mahindra rear diff, yeah, like LSD.
There you go.
There you go.
It's on to putting the front back together. Got to assemble the axles because I've got some new Yukon unis and they're a lot stronger. The bad news is I'm gonna have to change them again because axles I have are from 1970 something. Extremely pitted, not in great condition. Just gonna put them in for now. It'll be okay to just, you know, go for a beach run or something like that, not really load the axles up while I wait for some chrome ollie bad boys. So I've got some brand spankers coming. Anyway, first things first, got to get the old unis out and attach the axles to the outer, yeah, you'll see. The axles in these are a little bit different to a CV type setup that you'd see on your cruisers and patrols. And they actually use a uni, much like your tail shaft. So this is the stock one, it's very seized in there. Here's one that I have disassembled so far. So all these little needle roller things that are in the bearing. So this is actually the inner axle. So it's a lot bigger, stronger than the outer axle. It's a 35 spline, I believe, or 36 versus 30 spline. I will be upgrading this to a 35 outer, so it's the same all the way through. But that is the big Yukon Uni in the center. And I basically need to mount the two. This goes into the diff, this is in the spindle. It all spins together so that this can turn. Pull this up. So cap 2. Woo! We can turn, we can twist, we can metric and imperial. A little bit sad that I've got to carry both with me everywhere I go now. So this is the absolute wrong way to do this. You are supposed to, can see all the way. You're supposed to pull your wheel hub off, pull the brake caliper section out and slide this through. But I had to remove all of this anyway. I had to pull all this off because I had to do some stuff, put a gasket on in there anyway. So I was like, oh, I'll just go this way. But so that's the easy part. Now getting this back on is the hard part, but I'll struggle. Forget all the gaskets. Really not smart, but oh well. Get in there, you bastard. Oh, hey up. I can probably fast forward most of this. Okay guys, we have got something I've been very excited about for a while. This is an Aussie company, Bangin headlights. Anything with like your traditional sort of round headlight that all the old cars used to run, these are gonna work. But basically, it's like a new vintage headlight. Now I've gone for sort of the retrofit one. Oh, geez, the black does look pretty good. With the halo and an indicator. It comes with a rad sticker. And let's have a crack at the chrome guy. Okay, so I've got a chrome set and a black set. So one of them's gonna live in my Apache because it needs it. Those headlights are so friggin' dim. Oh, and we've also got a brand new bar. So I bought that through Luke from Farrows CUSTOMS if any Chevy guys need Chevy parts. You're wondering what the hell's going on here. If you own yourself a C10, you might have to cut the back out of the headlight. Out of the headlight bucket. The right locators, those ones. Whoa, I'm kind of thinking chrome. Oh, the chrome looks pretty good.
Am I about to see this thing driving on the road as wild as this fuel tank install?
I've seen wilder fuel tank installs, like the last one I had in there. That ain't going nowhere.
Parts runner, mate.
Mate, this is gangster parts runner, this one. These look familiar. Might have got us out of trouble in the old Simo desert.
Bit of red dirt on these ones, mate. Actually, you know what? These rails we put in have been really handy.
Yeah, I knew I welded them in for a reason.
Yeah.
Hula chicken! Let's get some fuel!
Just my clutch is working.
Oh, your clutch is sweet.
Yeah,
you don't even need to put your foot on it.
I just saw Pooley's videos blowing his clutch off my last turbo kit that he bought.
With great power comes great responsibility, you see.
Yeah. We won't talk about all those torque converters we chewed through.
We got some bolts for the front drive shaft. That only took about an hour. Tito's in the LN melting. Yeah, we'll go get smoke over.
I'm starving. Hard work sitting in the fucking car park doing nothing.
Nearly sucked the mic in.
Whoa, what do you know?
Shout no KFC like Pooley, but this is like my OCD. I have to put chips on the burger.
Drink your radioactive drink. Big farm truck.
What are you going to go with? Apple juice or V8 juice? It's a 6-cylinder, so you wouldn't, you wouldn't put V8 juice in there. Lemon juice, diesel.
Throw a bit of lemon juice in.
Come on, you dog.
Oh, take it. Take it.
Oh, shit.
Rolly boards for just tool delivery?
Yeah, it's just for tools. Just filling the front differential with oil before I forget and bolt this front shaft in and then go driving on the front diff.
Seeing what happens if you do that.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Tyler Thompson knows all about that.
Strong Bluetooth connection on this one.
Oh, it's a strong Aussie boy trying to install it, I tell you. The old double cardinal joint makes life interesting. Oh no! Did it come out?
No, that's really hard to get your fingers to.
Yeah, someone put a cross member in the way to hold a gearbox.
Fellas out there, this will get you bloody dates at the movies with the young blacks.
How do you do that with your fingers? One last thing is this sensor that came from America in like 3 days.
Oh, intake box. Airbox.
Airbox, we do. We've got a fresh airbox from Kaido and Maxi Boy, the old HyperFab legends, doing a lot of custom stuff. Now I've got a blank off plate front and rear and no lid on. So this is because the boys at G&L, Ben and Reese, said this bad boy needs all of the air.
All of the
air. They're like, they were not even keen on it having an airbox at all. But I one day want to go through water, which means we've created this, I'm gonna call it the naked airbox. Because we'll have air coming in through the headlight.
I was questioning how that even works, but you've got a plan, do you?
I've got a plan. So then I can bolt the sides on.
Yeah, okay.
And the lid when we go through water, and potentially make a bonnet exit snorkel out the back of the box. There's enough room. We'll see how we go. It's an ongoing project. Anyway, we got this sensor in. I'm gonna plug her in, and we're off. Oh, yep. Ooh, not done. Ooh, not done. Done. Let's go for a drive.
Holy shit, is it bin day?
It's just me, Bretto. It's just me. Well, I guess like every first trip for every project is the servo. Oh, there's the boys. They're following me in case.
We're going to the BP. Yep.
So far, so good. This is the furthest I've ever driven it. 7th gear. Cruising. Boost into it.
Oh, it does smell like brakes.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's
You caught on, man. Cook a bloody steak on them.
Your brakes work too good.
Oh, the brakes are working too good. We think the brakes held on a little bit and they were very, very hot. We could smell them.
Well, something always breaks first trip.
Stop it. We've discovered that when I put that in, it doesn't return all the way. The spring isn't strong enough. So Fredo demonstrates trying to move the car. Oh, the brake is on. The brake is on. Now if I do this. We found the problem.
So you were driving with the brakes on.
I was driving with the brakes on.
This thing
at 100
has
k's an hour.
the opposite problem of every other car you've had. It just wanted to stop the whole time.
We're gonna let these brakes cool down, but I think it's gonna be fine to continue. So
Carry on.
carry on. She's a handful, I tell ya. It's wild.
That is not even on the flex, really.
No, that is not flexed out yet.
Officially, first drive back on the road. There's going to be a lot of test drives because it's such a big build. There's a lot to go
Potentially wrong.
Potentially wrong.
We've had a few things already this trip and we've only gone...
So what have we had? The brake pedal not retracting fully. So
yeah, so stronger spring. The park pin seems to be having a bit of a...
It's not parking.
It's not parking. The handbrake is currently a rock. I do have a GU Patrol handbrake coming, and that will hook into the transfer case handbrake that's on the back of a GU Patrol transfer case, which is what's in this. Lock the hubs and we're in full drive right now. I haven't wired the front locker yet, so we don't have front lock.
Cool.
No transmission cooler. So at the moment we've just done a loop. So it just goes back in.
So about over 100 degrees.
Yeah, because when it's finished, I've got a big Phoenix transcooler with its own thermofan on the back of it. And that's going in the tub.
Yeah, okay.
Well, under the tub in the where all the fancy stuff's going. And it is a handful to drive.
So
Great fun.
you're not even close to using all of the lowest tune.
No, so I'm like, oh man, I've been like 3/4 throttle. I still haven't.
You're not.
Just that little amount of driving has given me a bit of confidence back in it.
It's a handful.
The first drive with Brock, as you guys might have seen already, holy dooly.
It's on the lowest one. He's an animal.
And you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got a ass so she.
Alrighty, TJ is in the house. Woohoo! Hey, the big rig, she's back. How's the turbo? Hey, it's very scary. I know I haven't even done much driving here, but I feel at one with the car already. It's terrifying. It does have black belts, guys. We are wearing our seat belts. Yeah. I actually, because the throttle's so touchy, we still need to sort of tune the throttle. Your gearbox just doesn't know what you want to do. Nah, because I'm just touching it, just to idle around, the gearbox kind of drops down a gear because it thinks it's like that. Yeah. Are you in manual mode?
What do you reckon?
There was when you drove off earlier today, there was like an Isuzu Lemmy banging and stuff, and you're like, what? And they're like, it's full on. It really puts it into perspective. Those American trucks,
How much power they
in the
have.
United States, it's a whole nother thing. Like it
Yeah.
makes the dad bus look feminine.
It does. Yeah, it does. It actually does.
It's crazy.
I reckon this thing only weighs like
2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
It's a bit of a guess.
There's nothing in the back, like it's a ute. I know it's big American steel, you know, old school steel, but
New diff setup might add a few 100 kilos, but it's still going to be pretty light, like maybe 3 ton.
the camping setup when I put it in the back is probably going to be the best thing for it. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Still a long way to go though, guys, so stay tuned, plenty more to come. It's good to be able to just do some local drives around, put in full drive, see what works, see what doesn't, and then kick off into the rear clip rather than it being off the road for another
Yeah.
yeah, no.
4 months.
1 month.